PayPal Holdings, Inc. is an American company operating an online payment system in the majority of countries that support online money transfers and serves as an electronic alternative to traditional paper methods like checks and money orders. The company operates as a payment processor for online vendors, auction sites, and many other commercial users, for which it charges a fee. Established in 1998 as Confinity, PayPal had its initial public offering in 2002. It became a wholly owned subsidiary of eBay later that year, valued at $1.5 billion. In 2015, eBay spun off PayPal to eBay's shareholders. The company ranked 204th on the 2019 Fortune 500 of the largest United States corporations by revenue. Early history. PayPal was originally established by Max Levchin, Peter Thiel, and Luke Nosek in December 1998 as Confinity, a company that developed security software for handheld devices. It had no success with that business model, however, so switched its focus to a digital. The first version of the PayPal electronic payment system was launched in 1999. In March 2000, Confinity was acquired by X.com, an online financial services company founded in January 1999 by Elon Musk. Musk was optimistic about the future success of the money transfer business Confinity was developing. Musk and Bill Harris, then president and CEO of X.com, disagreed about the potential future success of the money transfer business, and Harris left the company in May 2000. In October of that year, Musk decided that X.com would terminate its other internet banking operations and focus on PayPal. That same month, Elon Musk was replaced by Peter Thiel as CEO of X.com, which was renamed PayPal in 2001 and went public in 2002. PayPal's IPO listed under the ticker PYPL at $13 per share and generated over $61 million. eBay subsidiary, 2002 to 2014. Shortly after PayPal's IPO, the company was acquired by eBay on October 3, 2002, for $1.5 billion. More than 70% of all eBay auctions accepted PayPal payments, and roughly 1 in 4 closed auction listings were transacted via PayPal. PayPal became the default payment method used by the majority of eBay users, and the service competed with eBay's subsidiary Billpoint, as well as Citibank's See2it, Yahoo's PayDirect, and Google Checkout. In 2005, PayPal acquired the VeriSign payment solution to provide added security support. In 2007, PayPal announced a partnership with MasterCard, which led to the development and launch of the PayPal Secure Card Service, a software that allows customers to make payments on websites that do not accept PayPal directly. By the end of 2007, the company generated $1.8 billion in revenue. In January 2008, PayPal acquired Fraud Sciences, a privately held Israeli startup that developed online risk tools, for $169 million. In November 2008, the company acquired Bill Me Later, an online transactional credit company. By 2010, PayPal had over 100 million active user accounts in 190 markets through 25 different currencies. In July 2011, 14 alleged members of the anonymous hacktivist group were charged with attempting to disrupt PayPal's operations. The denial of service attacks occurred in December 2010, after PayPal stopped processing donations to WikiLeaks. On December 5, 2013, 13 of the PayPal 14 pleaded guilty to misdemeanor and felony charges related to the attacks. The company continued to build its merchant services division, providing e-payments for retailers on eBay. In 2011, PayPal announced that it would begin moving its business offline so that customers can make payments via PayPal in stores. In August 2012, the company announced its partnership with Discover Card to allow PayPal payments to be made at any of the 7 million stores in Discover Card's network. By the end of 2012, PayPal's total payment volume processed was $145 billion. and accounted for 40% of eBay's revenue, amounting to $1,370 million United States dollars in the third quarter of 2012. In 2013, PayPal acquired Iron Pearl, a Palo Alto startup offering engagement software, and Braintree, a Chicago-based payment gateway, to further product development and mobile services. In June 2014, David Marcus announced he was leaving his role as PayPal president. Marcus joined PayPal in August 2011 after its acquisition of Zong, of which he was the founder and CEO. David Marcus succeeded Scott Thompson as president, who left the role to join Yahoo. PayPal announced that Marcus would be succeeded by Dan Schulman, who previously served as CEO of Virgin Mobile and executive vice president of American Express. A spin-off from eBay, 2014 present. It was announced on September 30, 2014, that eBay would spin off PayPal into a separate publicly traded company, a move demanded in 2013 by activist hedge fund magnate Carl Icahn. The spin-off was completed on July 18, 2015. Dan Schulman is the current president and CEO, with former eBay CEO John Donahoe serving as chairman. On January 31, 2018, eBay announced that, after the existing eBay-PayPal agreement ends in 2020, PayPal will remain a payment option for shoppers on eBay, but it won't be prominently featured ahead of debit and credit card options as it is today. PayPal will cease to process card payments for eBay at that time. The company will, instead, begin working with Amsterdam-based Adyen. On July 1, 2015, PayPal announced that it was acquiring digital money transfer company Xoom Corporation. PayPal spent $25 a share in cash to acquire the publicly traded Xoom, or about $1.09 billion. The deal was closed in the fourth quarter of 2015. The move strengthened PayPal's international business, giving it access to Xoom's 1.3 million active U.S. customers that sent about $7 billion in the 12 months ending on March 31, to people in 37 countries. On September 1, 2015, PayPal launched their peer-to-peer payment platform, PayPal.me, a service that allows users to send a custom link to request funds via text, email, or other messaging platforms. Custom links are set to be structured as paypal.me/username/amount requested. PayPal.I was launched in 18 countries including the United States, United Kingdom, Germany, Australia, Canada, Russia, Turkey, France, Italy, Spain, Poland, Sweden, Belgium, Norway, Denmark, Netherlands, Austria and Switzerland. PayPal had 170 million users as of September 2015, and the focus of PayPal.I was to create a mobile-first user experience that enables faster payment sharing than PayPal's traditional tools. On May 17, 2018, PayPal agreed to purchase Swedish payment processor iZettle for $2.2 billion. This was PayPal's largest acquisition until late November 2019, and the company claims that it is the in-store expertise and digital marketing strength that will complement its own online and mobile payment services. On March 19, 2019, PayPal announced their partnership with Instagram as part of the company's new checkout feature, Checkout on Instagram. In June 2019, PayPal reported that Chief Operating Officer Bill Ready would be leaving the company at the end of the year. In December 2019, Google announced that Ready would become the new commerce chief. On January 6, 2020, PayPal acquired Honey for over $4 billion. This is PayPal's largest acquisition to date, and its most recent. It more recently signed a deal with NBC Universal. In January 2021, PayPal became the first foreign operator with 100% control of a payment platform in China, aiming to become in an advanced position as to online payments. In an international survey conducted in March 2021 by Morning Consult, PayPal was found to be the second most trusted brand globally. Offices. PayPal's corporate headquarters are located in the North San Jose Innovation District of San Jose, California, at the North First Street campus. The company's operations center is located in Omaha, Nebraska, which was opened in 1999. Since July 2007, PayPal has operated across the European Union as a Luxembourg-based bank. The PayPal European headquarters are located in Luxembourg and the international headquarters are in Singapore. PayPal opened a technology center in Scottsdale, Arizona in 2006, and a software development center in Chennai, India in 2007. In October 2007, PayPal opened a data service office on the north side of Austin, Texas, and also opened a second operations center in La Vista, Nebraska that same year. In 2011, joining similar customer support operations located in Berlin, Germany, Chandler, Arizona, Dublin and Dundalk, Ireland, Omaha, Nebraska, and Shanghai, China, PayPal opened a second customer support center in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and began the hiring process. In 2014, PayPal opened a new global center of operations in Kuala Lumpur. Services. As of 2021, PayPal operates in 202 markets and has 377 million active, registered accounts. PayPal allows customers to send, receive, and hold funds in 25 currencies worldwide. PayPal's services allow people to make financial transactions online by granting the ability to transfer funds electronically between individuals and businesses. Through PayPal, users can send or receive payments for online auctions on websites like eBay, purchase or sell goods and services, or donate money or receive donations. It is not necessary to have a PayPal account to use the company's services. PayPal account users can set currency conversion options in account settings. From 2009 to 2016, PayPal operated student accounts, allowing parents to set up a student account, transfer money into it, and obtain a debit card for student use. The program provided tools to teach how to spend money wisely and take responsibility for actions. PayPal discontinued student accounts in August 2016. In November 2009, PayPal opened its platform, allowing other services to get access to its code and to use its infrastructure in order to enable peer-to-peer online transactions. In 2007, PayPal acquired the online credit product Bill Me Later, Inc., which has since been rebranded as PayPal Credit and provided services for Community Capital Bank, the lender of PayPal credit accounts. Founded in 2000, Bill Me Later is headquartered in Timonium, Maryland. PayPal Credit offers shoppers access to an instant online revolving line of credit at thousands of vendors that accept PayPal, subject to credit approval. PayPal Credit allows consumers to shop online in much the same way as they would with a traditional credit card. The rebranding of Bill Me Later as PayPal Credit also means that consumers can use PayPal Credit to fund transactions virtually anywhere PayPal is accepted. In 2015, PayPal agreed that PayPal Credit would pay a $25 million fine to settle a complaint filed in federal court by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. The PayPal app is available online or at the iTunes App Store and Google Play. 1 year after acquiring Braintree, PayPal introduced its One Touch service, which allows users to pay with a one-touch option on participating merchants' websites or apps. On November 28, 2011, PayPal reported Black Friday brought record mobile engagement, including a 538% increase in global mobile payment volume when compared with Black Friday 2010. In 2012, the company launched PayPal Here, a small business mobile payment system that includes a combination of a free mobile app and a small card reader that plugs into a smartphone. PayPal launched an updated app for iOS and Android in 2013 that expanded its mobile app capabilities by allowing users to search for local shops and restaurants that accept PayPal payments, order ahead at participating venues, and access their PayPal credit accounts, formerly known as Bill Me Later. On October 21, 2020, PayPal announced a new service allowing customers to use cryptocurrencies to shop at 26 million merchants on the network starting in 2021. PayPal has been using Paxos Trust to provide the back-end infrastructure allowing users to manage and trade cryptocurrencies in accordance to data privacy rules and financial regulations. Pathos has been in charge of acquiring the necessary regulatory approvals for PayPal to facilitate cryptocurrency assets. As part of the announcement, PayPal secured the first conditional cryptocurrency license from the New York State Department of Financial Services, which will allow customers to purchase cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash. Global reach. PayPal can be used in more than 200 countries, regions. Different countries have different conditions. Send-only package service allows sending only, valid in 97 countries. PayPal Zero package suggests the possibility of enrollment, entry, and withdrawal of funds in foreign currency, but the user cannot hold the balance. PayPal account operates in 18 countries. SRW send, receive, withdrawal. The possibility of enrollment, input-output, and the ability to keep your PayPal account balance in the currency and to transfer to the card when the user sees fit, operates in 41 countries, and local currency, SRW plus opportunity to conduct transactions in the local currency, 21 countries. China. In July 2017, PayPal announced a partnership with Baidu to allow the Chinese firm's 100 million mobile wallet users to make payments to PayPal's 17 million merchants through the Baidu service. Crimea. In January 2015, PayPal ceased operations in Crimea in compliance with international sanctions against Russia and Crimea. India. As of March 2011, PayPal has made changes to the user agreement for Indian users to comply with Reserve Bank of India regulations. The per-transaction limit had been set to $3,000 since October 14, 2011. However, on July 29, 2013, PayPal increased the per-transaction limit to $10,000. This brings the per-transaction limit for India in line with the restrictions imposed by PayPal in most other countries. PayPal has disabled sending and receiving personal payments in India, thus forcing all recipients to pay a transaction fee. PayPal plans to make India an incubation center for the company's employee engagement policies. In 2012, PayPal hired 120 people for its offices in Chennai and Bengaluru. On 8 November 2017, PayPal launched domestic operations under PayPal Payments Private Limited and now provides digital payment solutions for merchants and customers in India. As of 2020, PayPal supports the domestic card system RuPay and is planning to further integrate Unified Payment Interface (UPI) in collaboration with the National Payments Corporation of India (NPCI). PayPal now has the largest global engineering team in India outside of the US that is spread over Bengaluru, Chennai, and Hyderabad. Israel and Palestinian territories. PayPal is available in Israel but is not available in the Palestinian territories. Nor can Palestinians working in the West Bank or Gaza access it, but Israelis living in settlements in the West Bank can use PayPal. This decision has prompted Palestinian tech companies to seek a policy change from PayPal. Japan. In late March 2010, new Japanese banking regulations forced PayPal Japan to suspend the ability of personal account holders registered in Japan from sending or receiving money between individuals and as a result are now subject to PayPal's business fees on all transactions. Pakistan. In Pakistan, users can use Zoom, a money transfer service owned by PayPal. In October 2018, Pakistan's government used Zoom to help crowdsource funds for the purpose of building 2 dams. The government of Pakistan is trying to convince the PayPal administration to launch its service in the country, but PayPal is not ready to introduce its services there. Turkey. 8 years after the company first started operating in the country, PayPal ceased operations in Turkey on 6 June 2016 when Turkish financial regulator BDDK denied it a paid license. The regulators had demanded that PayPal's data centers be located inside Turkey to facilitate compliance with government and court orders to block content and to generate tax revenue. PayPal said that the closure will affect tens of thousands of businesses and hundreds of thousands of consumers in Turkey. Sri Lanka. In January 2017, the PayPal team was scheduled to visit Sri Lanka in mid-January to re-establish links. But as of 2021, PayPal still doesn't operate in the country. PayPal Giving Fund. PayPal Giving Fund is a registered charity supported by PayPal that streamlines donations to nonprofit organizations. Digital marketing with PayPal. PayPal launches different marketing activities in various channels and emphasizes that consumers can use it in different ways. PayPal's marketing includes TV commercials, outdoor advertising, Facebook, and display advertisement. PayPal provides free analytics to traders about the ways that consumers utilize online payments. Through the free tracking service, PayPal assists traders in targeting consumers. PayPal's code gathers the consumer information which can be installed on the trader's website. Both PayPal and traders benefit from the free service. PayPal partners with Synchrony Financial to provide the PayPal Cashback MasterCard, which offers 2% cashback to customers who use the card to make purchases both online and in physical stores. PayPal's Cashback Financial Service promotes the number of potential customers. Apple allows PayPal as a mode of payment for App Store, Apple Music, iTunes, and Apple Books. PayPal can increase usage of Apple platforms. In addition, PayPal receives revenue from Apple services, especially from the App Store. Customers can use PayPal to make purchases by linking their PayPal accounts to their Apple IDs. Regulation. Thiel, a founder of PayPal, has stated that PayPal is not a bank because it does not engage in fractional reserve banking. Rather, PayPal's funds that have not been disbursed are kept in commercial interest-bearing checking accounts. In the United States, PayPal is licensed as a money transmitter, on a state-by-state basis. But state laws vary, as do their definitions of banks, narrow banks, money services businesses, and money transmitters. Although PayPal is not classified as a bank, the company is subject to some of the rules and regulations governing the financial industry, including Regulation E Consumer Protections and the USA Patriot Act. The most analogous regulatory source of law for PayPal transactions comes from peer-to-peer, P2P, payments using credit and debit cards. Ordinarily, a credit card transaction, specifically the relationship between the issuing bank and the cardholder, is governed by the Truth in Lending Act, TILA. 15 U.S.C. Sections 1601 to 1667 F as implemented by Regulation Z, 12 CFR 226, TILA, Z. TILA, Z requires specific procedures for billing errors, dispute resolution, and limits cardholder liability for unauthorized charges. Similarly, the legal relationship between a debit cardholder and the issuing bank is regulated by the Electronic Funds Transfer Act, EFTA. 15 U.S.C. Sections 1693 to 1693 R, as implemented by Regulation E, 12 CFR 205, EFTA, E. EFTA, E is directed at consumer protection and provides strict error resolution procedures. However, because PayPal is a payment intermediary and not otherwise regulated directly, TILA, Z and EFTA, E do not operate exactly as written once the credit/debit card transaction occurs via PayPal. Basically, unless a PayPal transaction is funded with a credit card, the consumer has no recourse in the event of fraud by the seller. In 2008, PayPal Europe was granted a Luxembourg banking license, which, under European Union law, allows it to conduct banking business throughout the EU. It is therefore regulated as a bank by Luxembourg's Banking Supervisory Authority, the Commission de Surveillance du Secteur Financier, CSSF. All of the company's European accounts were transferred to PayPal's bank in Luxembourg in July 2007. Prior to this move, PayPal had been registered in the United Kingdom as PayPal Europe Limited, an entity that was licensed as an electronic money issuer with the UK's Financial Services Authority, FSA, from 2004. This ceased in 2007 when the company moved to Luxembourg. In India, as of January 2010, PayPal has no cross-border money transfer authorization. In the New York Times article, India's central bank stopped some PayPal services, Reserve Bank of India spokesman Alpana Kilawala stated. Providers of cross-border money transfer service need prior authorization from the Reserve Bank under the Payment and Settlement Systems Act. PayPal does not have our authorization. PayPal is not listed in the Certificates of Authorization issued by the Reserve Bank of India under the Payment and Settlement Systems Act, 2007 for setting up and operating payment system in India. Paisa Pay is an Indian sister service to PayPal. It is also owned by eBay. Paisa Pay makes possible payments from abroad by PayPal account holders to Indian sellers on eBay. In Australia, PayPal is licensed as an authorised deposit-taking institution, ADI, and is thus subject to Australian banking laws and regulations. In Singapore, PayPal is the holder of a stored value facility that does not require the approval of the Monetary Authority of Singapore. Safety and protection policies. The PayPal buyer protection policy states that the customer may file a buyer complaint if he or she did not receive an item or if the item he or she purchased was significantly not as described. The customer can open a dispute within 180 days from the date of payment and escalate it to a claim within 20 days from opening the dispute. If the buyer used a credit card, he or she might get a refund via chargeback from his or her credit card company. However, in the UK, where such a purchaser is entitled to specific statutory protections, that the credit card company is a second party to the purchase and is therefore equally liable in law if the other party defaults or goes into liquidation. Under Section 75 Consumer Credit Act 1974, the purchaser loses this legal protection if the card payment is processed via PayPal. Also, the Financial Ombudsman Service, for the UK, position is that Section 75 protection does not apply where PayPal or any e-money service becomes involved in the credit card transaction. This leaves consumers with no recourse to pursue their complaint with the Financial Ombudsman Service. They would only have recourse in the courts, but in any event, they cannot because PayPal is incorporated in Luxembourg and, since the UK has left the EU, is now no longer within the jurisdiction of any UK courts. The key issues that determine the applicability of Section 75 are identified very clearly in Office of Fair Trading v Lloyds TSB Bank plc and others EWCA Civ 268-7 and the Bank of Scotland v Alfred Truman. Affirm, 2005, EWHC, 583, QB. This is a legal authority that Section 75 protection does exist where one has paid on a credit card for a product, via an e-money service. According to PayPal, it protects sellers in a limited fashion via the Seller Protection Policy. In general, the Seller Protection Policy is intended to protect the seller from certain kinds of chargebacks or complaints if the seller meets certain conditions including proof of delivery to the buyer. PayPal states the Seller Protection Policy is designed to protect sellers against claims by buyers of unauthorized payments and against claims of non-receipt of any merchandise. The policy includes a list of exclusions, which itself includes intangible goods, claims for receipt of goods, not as described, and total reversals over the annual limit. There are also other restrictions in terms of the sale itself, the payment method, and the destination country the item is shipped to. Simply having a tracking mechanism is not sufficient to guarantee the Seller Protection Policy is in effect. The PayPal Seller Protection Policy does not provide the additional consumer protection afforded by UK consumer legislation, most notably the Consumer Rights Act 2015, and in addition, It cannot be enforced in the courts because PayPal operates from Luxembourg, outside all three of the UK legal jurisdictions. Security. Security token. Main article. Security token. In early 2006, PayPal introduced an optional security key as an additional precaution against fraud. A user account tied to a security key has a modified login process. Account holders enter their login ID and password as normal but are then prompted to enter a 6-digit code provided by a credit card-sized hardware security key or a text message sent to the account holder's mobile phone. For convenience, users may append the code generated by the hardware key to their password on the login screen. This way they are not prompted for it on another page. This method is required for some services, such as when using PayPal through the eBay application on iPhone. This two-factor authentication is intended to make it difficult for an account to be compromised by a malicious third party without access to the physical security key, although it does not prevent the so-called man-in-the-browser (MITB) attacks. However, the user, or malicious third party, can alternatively authenticate by providing the credit card or bank account number listed on their account. Thus, the PayPal implementation does not offer the security of true two-factor authentication. Hope you like this video. Please like and share this video and subscribe our channel for more informative videos. Thanks for watching.